Hello. This is actually going to be a good evening and not a good morning. Welcome in. If you haven't noticed, or if you're new, or if you have noticed and you're just like, who the hell cares? We've changed the opening music to our podcast. I am searching for the best opening tunes to welcome us in. And right now I'm using different songs, which I like better than the original opening song. But welcome in. This is Texas Rose and
Lucretia.
And we're coming to you live from our podcast secret location, welcoming you into the new year 2026. And let me tell you something. 2025 ended so fucking crappy. I could not wait for 2026 to get here.
And then were you sorry?
Yeah, was I sorry. By the way, we didn't start drinking yet. I was about to start drinking yesterday. Yesterday I was driving and smoking shit. And then I was at a hospital and I was smoking shit because I was so stressed. So actually at the age that I'm at, normally they start doing stress tests for your physical. Is that correct?
I think so.
I think I passed. Tonight's episode is not for the faint at heart. And I say that with a precursor for those of you who may let your children listen to this non-children friendly podcast. But tonight's episode is going to focus on, I had the word in my head and it's already gone. Tonight's topic is death and near death and what death means to some people. I know that my life stopped literally. I'm glad you're laughing.
It was better than if I was crying or dead.
I'm taking a sip. Tonight's alcoholic beverage comes to our taste buds courtesy of Stella Rosa Black Label wine. Oh, it tastes a little vinegary. And I love their Black Label. They are not endorsing us.
No.
They're not sponsoring. No, we're endorsing them. They're not sponsoring us. But if you would like to, we will gladly take your sponsorships. You could pay us in the form of wine, because I'm going to get off the death topic for a second and let Stella Rosa Vineyards know that whenever I go shopping at HEB and pass the wine section, I don't know how many bottles wind up in my arms that my mother and my husband have to pry away from me. How many bottles, Mom?
There was at least 5, the last time we went in.
Yeah, good thing I didn't stop in there yesterday. All right, so death. What is death?
Well, it depends on what you believe. I believe in the afterlife, not so much with that new movie that was out.
Eternity.
I enjoyed the movie, but that's not my concept of what is to come.
Death.
Of death. And I believe that we do connect with the people that we loved in life and try to stay away from the ones we didn't.
So that means when I croak, Jimmy and Scott are going to be having a throwdown? Fighting over me?
I guess so. But, and that, I don't want to say that I believe in reincarnation.
I do.
Maybe it's on the peripheral part of my brain. I think about it, and I've had some experiences with it. And
so then, how can you say I don't believe in it, but yet I had experiences with it?
Well, no, cannot say definitely. I believe in the Christian beliefs of reincarnation, not reincarnation, of death and afterlife. But I do believe that sometimes we come back because we have unfinished business.
And not come back like Kiefer Sutherland's movie Flatliners.
Right. So It's a really an interesting topic. If you're interested, there are books about it.
And we could go into this on another topic. I mean, another episode. We
Yes.
could really get into this.
Sure, if anybody wants to send us any information, we'd be happy to include it in some of our podcasts.
Yes. So yesterday, we had an experience. And I'm not saying that Mom saw the pearly gates. I'm saying, did you see anything?
No, it was too short.
Thank God. Thank God. On the other hand, I think I did see the pearly gates and the Rainbow Bridge. And I heard the little short lady from Poltergeist's voice in my head say, "Don't go to the lot, Carol Ann. Don't go to the light." I should have just went to the freaking light. I should have went. So yesterday, I'm on my cell phone. It's morning. I was up earlier than I normally get up. That's what did it. That's what did it. Not that I sleep till noon, but I do sometimes sleep in a little later than most people think is normal for a weekday. But I have stuff I need. Sometimes I need that kind of sleep, right or wrong.
Right.
So yesterday morning, got up. I'm like, hey, it's early, and we're getting ready to travel at the end of this week for
New Mexico.
Oklahoma. New Mexico's Comic-Con, also called Outlaw Con. And yes, we will be podcasting from location. We might possibly have some guests. We don't know yet. But I had gotten up early because got things to do this week, right? And I make myself a beautiful cup of coffee, and I make my mom a beautiful cup of coffee, and I'm sitting on one side of the kitchen table and she's on the other side, and
You asked me what I wanted for breakfast.
I made you a double bowl of strawberry instant oatmeal. No, peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream. It was delicious.
And I was on the phone with my husband, and he conference called in a realtor because we're looking to buy a house. So I'm on the phone with them, which, by the way, Ross was asking for you, and I filled him in, and he said he was very happy. And I'm having this conversation, and Mom says to me, "I feel hot, like I'm really hot." And I looked at you like, just take your robe off. Not that, because she was in her nightgown, but she had this velour robe over it. I'm like, take your robe off. Like, the house is comfortable. I'm not hot, right? Which I'm never hot. So she takes her robe off, and I'm drinking my delicious cup of coffee, and I'm on the phone, and I don't know, like, thinking back, I don't know what caught my attention, like what made me look at you, but I looked at you, and you were sitting at your spot with your cup of coffee, and then you just went bloop. and what the bloop is she didn't fall out of her chair, but her upper torso, like, if you could say, like, when you bend at your waist, like, she bent at her waist. And I'm on the phone with the guys, and I'm saying, "Mom," and you didn't respond. I said, "Mom," and you didn't respond. And I realized you were out. So, by the grace of God, and I mean that in a very non-comical way, I jumped up out of the chair, and I said, I just kept saying to the guys, I gotta go. And they heard the panic in my voice when I kept saying your name, Mom, Mom, Mom. And I threw my phone on the table, and I ran to get the house phone, and I don't know what made me do that, but I grabbed the house phone, and I'm trying to dial 911, and that, like, it kept saying your call can't be completed as dialed out. I'm like, it's 3 fucking digits. What do you mean? And I get them on the phone, and as I'm on the phone with them, I'm pulling you upwards because I didn't want you to choke or fall out of the chair. And I got you up, and I think it was 2 minutes that you were out. But I go with 1 minute because when you're in that state of mind, time is irrelevant and what seems like hours or minute or whatever is really only seconds. So I was on the phone with the
Real-time.
the
operator.
911 operator, and he's asking me all these questions like, oh, is she pregnant? I'm like, she's 84 years old. My mom is an 84-year-old diabetic. She is not pregnant. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, just get me the fucking ambulance. And I do have to say, and I'm not saying what town we live in, but shout out to the EMS and fire department, because
They were wonderful.
I was on the phone with the operator and I was saying, I have 2 cars in my driveway. Should I move one in case they need to bring a stretcher in? And he was telling me yes. And at that point you were awake. And I ran out to
And
the
I
driveway.
didn't know what you were talking about either.
I ran out to the driveway to move a car and they were already coming down the street. So shout out to our town's EMS and fire department. And I moved the car and they already had the stretcher in the house, and you were coherent. You knew your name. You knew where you lived. I asked you, where are we going this weekend? And you said,
I was going to Outlaw Con.
and they were like, okay, what the hell's that, Lorcon? And her blood sugar was within range. No, within range. They didn't say perfect, but your blood sugar was in range. They had all the leads set up on your chest to check your heart. You were not in AFib or distress or anything like that. Like, everything was normal. You did not have a fever, because then I was like, oh, son of a bitch, don't tell me you had the plague. And then they got testy with us. And this is another thing. Like, all right, serious topic for a second. Always have your directives and your paperwork in order, and we have to do this because you are my healthcare proxy, which there is documentation, I think. And you always said I was your power of attorney and healthcare proxy. And when they were asking us yesterday if you wanted to go to the hospital, and I was like, I think she needs to go, they would not take you because you were do you remember this?
They asked me if I wanted to go, and I said, you know, why? It was just, I couldn't imagine, because I didn't feel like anything was wrong. I didn't know that I passed out. I saw underneath the table was all the coffee spilt all over my nightgown, and the cup was under the table. I said, what the heck happened here?
And we were not drinking.
No, it was
alcohol. We were not drinking alcohol.
And so then I said, do you think I should?
And I said, I think you should go to the hospital. And they would not take her because they said, are you her caregiver? And I said, yes. And they said, well, is there any paperwork, written directives, or is there anything stating? And I said, I looked at you and you said, no. So good job, Ma.
Well, we got that out of the way.
No, we didn't. We got to get the paperwork.
Well, we'll get it.
When?
We'll call, what's his name?
We are not calling what's his name.
Floyd.
What if he doesn't want his name out on the podcast?
We didn't say what his last name
Well,
is.
don't say what his last name is. We're talking about Floyd Merriweather. Floyd Merriweather.
He used to be a neighbor of ours.
I am never robbing a bank with you. So anyway, so now here I am in like not my jammies, but my lounge, my hobo house clothes. And I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't even brush my teeth. And now another ambulance comes, and they were cute at least. And they're
They
like,
were all cute.
not the grumpy old guy, who
Oh,
wasn't
they
really
all-
grumpy, but he had like resting grumpy face.
Yeah. But they were very good. They were gentle.
He looked at our big Moina and Jimmy.
What did he say?
Like he had a perplexed look on his face. Like, I don't know if he was thinking, she looks like that lady. What we're talking about is for my husband's birthday. I had seen on Groupon, there was this thing where like you could send in a picture and then they'll do a Photoshop of you as a horror movie. So it was like Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, or Dracula and a victim, and like all kinds of Halloween stuff. And I love Halloween, and Jimmy likes Halloween. But there was, one of the options was a girl and this sexy looking vampire. So I picked that one. Of course. And it's on our wall in our living room. And the grumpy resting face guy was like, oh no. I don't know what he was thinking. So anyway, I'm like, can I go back and can I get dressed and like put real clothes on since we're going to the hospital? And they're like, oh yeah, it's fine. We'll get her there. Like, just go. And I hear this one telling them, oh yeah, I'm going to Outlaw and I'm going to see Theo Rossi and I'm going to see Ron Perlman and my daughter and my son-in-law. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Comic-Con? Stop it. As my heart is palpitating, as my husband's calling me every 5 minutes to ask me what's going on with Mom. So they take her and they're like, all right, so you can meet us at the hospital. You can let the dogs in. And I shit you not, I look at the floor where all the coffee's spilled. And I'm like, do I have time to mop the floor? Because all I pictured was letting the dogs in and going to the hospital and Tony running through the coffee, Pepper drinking the coffee, the dog like puppy feet up and down the walls. Right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, my mom. Oh my God, my mom. And I have no other blood family here to be like, hey, meet me at the hospital, or hey, like, I'm going to pass out because I don't know what's going on with Mom. So I mop the floor real quick. I brush my teeth and throw clothes on. And I run red lights. Yeah, I literally ran red lights to get to the hospital because now, like, time's gone by because, like, I mopped the floor. And I pull into the hospital, and of course, there's no freaking parking spots in the ER. I'm like, where the hell do I have to park? So I park down by the patient tower. I did not go in to see Liz, a friend of ours who works at the hospital. And
did you call her at least?
I texted her because you kept asking everybody, do you know Liz? Do you know Liz? So anyway, so I'm walking to the emergency room bay doors, and they're just taking you out of the ambulance. And I'm like, didn't have to worry about running red lights. Thank God I didn't get pulled over. So I go around, and there's a line at the welcome desk of the emergency room. So the one group of people get checked in. It was an elderly couple, and I guess whoever. And then there's this lady just standing there, and they're not calling her up to the window. And I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, like, scoot up. And she's not scooting up. So I just went around her. And I was like, hey, my mom was brought in by ambulance. Like, I'm here to be with her. And I gave your name, and they said, okay, like, we'll call you back in a minute. And I looked at the lady. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to cut the line. And she's like, oh, no, your mom was brought in by ambulance. Like, don't worry about it. So at least I didn't have to throat punch anyone at the hospital. Except for you. Except for you. So
I told you I'm living to be 100.
I don't think you planned on that yesterday. I don't know what you were thinking, but I'm telling you right now.
I didn't feel anything yesterday. And I had nothing to drink except I don't even know if I got a sip of my coffee.
I think you maybe got two.
I remember stretching my arm because the coffee was on the other side of the table, and I remember picking it up. That's it. I didn't remember anything else. And I never passed out before, so I didn't even know what was happening.
So I get called back. I'm escorted into your room, and the first words I yell at you as I dramatically throw open the door is, you're not allowed to die. So go ahead, Mom. Continue.
But I have to say that the experience, I don't want to have it again, but it was really great. Everybody was great.
It was really great.
the first responders, the fire department, the ambulance people, everybody was great. And then when I got to the hospital, the doctor, the nurses, they did everything they had to do. And of course, with my age, they had to do all kinds of tests. I remember that from New York when we went to the hospital one night. And I wasn't, I don't know what the heck happened. Oh, I was going up a flight of steps and my knee went out. And remember, it was the Richie's party?
No, it wasn't Richie's party. It was Mikey's party.
Mikey's party. And they said to me, oh, you just made it. I was a month before my birthday, so they didn't have to do all the tests. So I said, oh my God, now they have to do all the tests. And I hate to be confined. And when they said they'd have to do a brain scan.
They were testing your blood. They did a blood test. They did urine cultures. And then because you passed out and when you were coming to, your left arm was trembling.
Yeah.
They decided to do a CAT scan on you. So to make sure you had a brain.
I still don't know if I do.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't tell us. They did not tell us that. So we're sitting in the hospital room, which was a very nice hospital room, and I have the TV on for her, and Mom's got her phone. Mom's got her cell phone, because God forbid this woman puts her cell phone down now that she's communicating with somebody. When Jimmy and I try to get in touch with her, oh, my phone wasn't charged. Oh, my phone was off. Now, her phone and her iPad, her 2 iPads, are glued to this woman's hip 24/7 and on. So we're waiting for the people, the nurses and the phlebotomists and everybody to come in to do what they do. And you know how long it takes when you're at a hospital, let alone an emergency room. And this one, my phone's at 1%. Bro, my phone, it's at 1%. 1%. I can't call him. Can't call him, Ro. And I'm like, do you have your charger? Because at this point, I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck if you can't call him or not. You're never talking to him again. He's stressing you out. I'm going to throat punch this motherfucker and all the motherfuckers. Like, you're not talking to him. Like, you're done. No more. No, you're done. You're cut off. You're cut off, woman.
But I didn't have my stylus, so I can't work.
Oh, yeah. And then she turns around to me and goes, I should have told the EMS people to grab my stylus off the table while I was wheeling by. And I wanted to suffocate you with the pillow that you were leaning against because you're not at Club Med, Mom. It wasn't like, hey, we're going on vacation. Don't forget to take your stylus. You were being wheeled out by community, city people workers. People workers.
But at least it was a good experience.
Oh, I'm so glad it was a good experience for you. And then every person that comes in, do you know Liz? Liz. Can't even think of the woman's last name. Do you know Liz? She works at the hospital. Really? Because there's how many people that work in the hospital. So then I would, every time she asked, do you know Liz? I'd have to say, she works in admitting. And I do the head nod like, yeah. Yeah. And then so then I text Liz and I'm like, because Liz saw my Facebook post, and thank you for everybody who sent prayers and good juju. When it happened, on my way to the hospital, I called my cousin Dolores in New York just to let her know.
Did you call Lucretia?
I didn't call anyone in the family other than Dolores because I figured we didn't know anything, number one. Number two, I figured I would delegate Dolores as my New York liaison. And I didn't think to call anyone else really until we were sitting and waiting. But at that point, we didn't have any information. So, but I had called my cousin Dee, and then I threw out on Facebook, I'm like, please pray for my mom. She passed out at the, right? Because Because you get people on social media, please pray for my cousins, uncles, sisters, neighbors, uncles, cousins, grandpappy's dog. His toenail fell off. So I'm like, no, like, normally I'll be like, it's a serious situation, but I didn't know what was happening to you, so people needed to know that you passed out. I contacted my best friend, my sister from another mister, my bestie from another testy in Arizona. I was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like shit. Because I never called her back to let her know what the results were. But I had texted her, and she said, all right, automatically, like, prayers are going out. And then she contacted our Arizona family, and they were all praying. And then Mama Bev saw that I had posted that you were home and blah, blah, blah. So Michelle texted me tonight. She's like, how's Mom feeling? You never called me back. I'm like, I suck. So see what you did? See what you did, Mom?
I just gave you all a little excitement.
Oh, I don't need any more excitement. Or if I want excitement, I want the good kind of excitement with the good, sexy men. The good, sexy men, Mom.
Well, we'll see some on this weekend.
Yeah,
I hope.
Yes, but we got Jimmy with us, and he said he's reining us in.
No, we'll just dump him somewhere.
Yeah. I think the chick from Showgirls is going to be there. We'll just throw him with her. No, so your blood came back normal. Your heart was normal. Your urine was normal.
The only thing was I needed some vitamins.
Oh, yeah. You need potassium and magnesium. Your CAT scan came back normal, and they said that you have vaso-vagal.
But you know what that is? They call that the white coat syndrome. People faint when they see a doctor.
I am certainly not a doctor. I hate medical stuff. Oh, so then I knew she was getting crabby because she's like, how long are we going to be here? Ro, how long are we going to be here? Well, I don't know. Had you not fainted and scared the shit out of me, we would have not have been there at all. And I could have gone down to San Marcos and bought my Vera Bradley weekender bag that I want to buy. Or get my nails done.
So we had our nails done today.
Yeah.
The fella that usually does, I like him.
Alexa, cancel!
He doesn't speak English, but he picked out this blue color. Oh my goodness,
It is gorgeous. It's a cobalt blue.
I don't know what it is because I was looking at, I said, well, I'm going to be wearing mostly blue on the weekend. And I was looking at this, they had these light color blue on the charts. He said, wait a minute. And he went and he got this on the other side, and it's gorgeous. Too bad you can't see it, but...
It's like a sapphire or a cobalt blue. It is beautiful. I almost copied you, but I was like, no, I'm not having matching mother-daughter nails. So I'm like, what, Ma, what? How much longer are we going to be here? I'm like, I'll be right back. I took my weed pen. I went outside. I puffed drastically as I read oh wait. Can't be an adventure without us causing drama, right? Drama. So as I'm like, let me go outside and puff a little bit. I make my left because the sign says exit. There's an arrow pointing down this little corridor that says exit. And as I'm walking to the door, on the door says, do not open. Emergency exit. As I'm pushing the push bar, and all of a sudden you hear, I'm like, oh. Yes. Thank you. I know. It can't, only I could do something like this. And the lady from admitting, because that was where her office is, she's like, it happens all the time. Just go through there. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Puff, 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 smoke, 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 relax. Oh my God, let's rinse and repeat. So I puff a little more. And I go back in. I'm thirsty. I'm dizzy. How many people is it going to take? How much longer? I'll be right back. I go to the nurse's station and I'm like, my mother is getting cranky. She's patient number 10. She wants her test results. And this male nurse was like, and the doctor's sitting there. He's like, yeah, it's coming. And I'm like, okay. And the male nurse is like, you want me to go say something to her? And I'm like, yes, I do. Because you're the official professional person. I'm just her daughter.
Who was that said that?
The bald-headed one.
Oh.
So he goes in to be like, shut up, lady. There's other patients in the hospital. So
No, he didn't. They were all sweet.
Were they all sweet?
Yes.
Were they?
They all were.
So then she's like, because I'm playing on my phone, because my phone was all charged, because I charge my phone. And she goes,
No, but I
wait,
needed my reading glasses, so I couldn't see to even use my fingers, which don't work.
you were typing and talking to him. I heard you, Mom. I saw and I heard you with my own ears and eyes. And then she holds her phone out towards me and goes, can you give me some juice? And I was like,
Well, at least I was fun to be with.
oh, you were not fun. You were not fun. So I'm like, what? She goes, give me some juice for my battery. I'm only at 1%. I said, Mom, I cannot give you juice. I could give you Wi-Fi. Yeah, because I have to always have my hotspot turned on for this one, because God forbid she doesn't have Wi-Fi. 84 years old with the mentality of a millennial 8-year-old. And you go, oh, so you can't give me juice? No, Mom, I can't give you juice. Do you have your charger? No. And even I had my battery pack, but without your cord, that wouldn't have done you any lick of good anyway. So
Well, they rushed me out of here in that ambulance.
you passed out. What are they? Oh my God. This is why I smoke and why I weed. Why I drink.
But I could handle this stuff.
I can't. I have anxiety. I was diagnosed with it. Oh my God, is it hot in here? I'm hot. Go ahead, Ma. Continue with our... Oh, wait. Last week I went and got my hair recolored, and the girl says to me, I was going to say, I don't know why you're here to get your color touched up, because you don't have any grays. And then when I parted your hair and I saw the crown of your head, oh yeah, you're loaded. This is why. This is why.
Well, did you want to have a boring life?
Maybe.
Then you should have put in for a different mother.
Yeah, I got nothing on that. I have no comeback. So no white light? No,
No.
pearly gates?
No,
No Donald Sutherland? He's dead. Oh yeah. Talking about death. This totally factors into tonight's topic. So we're on the phone with my husband, Jimmy, who advises me that he's not going to let us have shenanigans at Outlook on. And
let him try.
I'll just be like, Theo, take care of this. Mom announces that Kiefer Sutherland got arrested for allegedly assaulting a
Uber.
rideshare. We don't know who she works for. A rideshare driver. And I was like, was he high? Because, and not making
Assumptions.
outlandish accusations.
Right.
He did have a drug problem in the past, so I didn't know if, God forbid, he relapsed. I said, was he high? And she's like, I don't know. So I'm filling Jimmy in that Kiefer Sutherland allegedly assaulted a rideshare person. And then we're talking about acting, and Donald Sutherland comes up, and I'm like, oh, Donald Sutherland was an awesome actor. And Mom goes, yeah. And then I think I said, is he still alive? So then, because mom is famous for bumping people off who are not even dead. Not even dead. So I had to Google, but yeah, Donald Sutherland, guess what?
He
Dead.
died.
He's only newly dead though. He died last year.
Oh, okay.
So he's only.
Do you remember the one when he was? They were doing the experiments.
The Body Snatchers?
No, I don't think that was. I don't remember the name of it. But they were doing experiments. I think it was 5 young people, and they wanted to see how far they could get.
That wasn't Donald Sutherland. That was Kiefer Sutherland.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was Flatliners.
Oh,
That was
that's right, Flatliners.
Not the reboot, which I did not see, but I refused to see the reboot because Flatliners, the original, was wonderfully done. I mean, and not
And scary as hell.
Yeah. Flatliners had Jason Patrick, Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts. Was Jason Patrick in it? I think
don't
he was in
remember.
it. Because that was the whole Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Jason Patrick love triangle. But I know it was Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon was in it. Was one of the Baldwins? No. You talk about it, I'm going to go Google.
Thank God for Google.
So not talk. Don't just say thank God for Google and go radio silent.
Well, that is very. When any movie that's made of it or about it, or books that are written, I've read a lot, I've seen a lot, and I just want to live to be 100. And if I keep saying that, I think I will be. Especially if I could get a young boyfriend. Say 39, 39, is
39.
that 39 years old? And he's gorgeous.
Okay, so going sidebar. Flatliners did not have Jason Patrick in it, but she was banging Jason Patrick at the time. So Flatliners, the original, the cast was Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, William Baldwin, Oliver Platt were the 5 main headliners. And then there were a whole bunch of other people.
I remember the little boy.
Billy.
That was the part of the movie. It was a very interesting one. I've read a lot through the years, and I'm sure I'm going to the right place.
With the words coming out of your mouth lately, I don't know. I don't know. I think you're going to be with me in heaven on the
Borderline?
Borderline. So you're a little toasty, but you're still in the good place.
Oh, okay.
I'm good with being on the borderline.
Well, since I came to Texas to live, I've heard words that I hadn't heard in years.
Like penis wumple?
Yes. What is it? Peanuts?
Penis wumple.
Penis wumples. I know a few of them.
We do. Tony Stark. Tony is on Mom's recliner doing. If anybody heard it, that was not a sound effect. No, he went back to sleep.
He was probably having a dream.
Yes, that dog every night runs in his sleep because when I'm on the recliner with him, his little legs start going. I'm like, oh God, oh God. So yeah, mom had an episode, and she's recovered. I'm not recovered. And then I had a heart attack because your little leg-sized thing was in front of your recliner last night when I went to bed. And I'm like, I should move that. I really should move that. And I'm like, no, I don't want to move it because then she's going to be like, where'd it go? And all I kept thinking in my head is you're going to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and go ass over tea kettle and break your face because you tripped on it. But I'm like, no, she's a smart lady. She knew where she left it.
That's it. But then if you move it, that's when I could get in trouble.
So yeah.
And I usually get phone calls in the middle of the night.
Oh my God. Is that why your battery's only at 1%?
I don't know what it's at now. I just told him that I was going away for the weekend, so I shut the phone. This way he can't say anything.
I don't know. I have no words for this. No words.
Well, we'll see.
Yes. So is there anything else you want to discuss, or you want to keep our first podcast of 2026 short?
I can't think of anything. What's the next one going to be about?
Our next podcast?
Yeah. Well, we don't know yet.
Our next podcast is going to be live from AntlerCon. Oh, I do have something to say, and it's not about death.
Okay.
So we'll make this, because we usually cover multiple categories on a podcast. I am disgusted with Hollywood.
Why?
Because this past Sunday were the Golden Globes.
Oh, the Golden Girl.
And we've not watched the Golden Globes or any of the award shows in a long time, because we just were not impressed with Hollywood and their behavior. And
Not the Golden Girls, the Golden...
I said Golden Globes.
Oh.
Am I saying Golden Girls? Oh my God. Golden Globes. Golden Globes, people. So anyway, this was the first year that we've started watching the award season, because not that we have any dog in the race. Well, we do have a dog in the race.
Yeah.
We do have a dog in the race. A very handsome and talented dog. And we've discussed it on past episodes. Charlie Hunnam, who is a brilliant actor, and I think an untapped resource in Hollywood, with what we've seen in his resume of acting, played a character based on a real person, Ed Gein, and he starred in Netflix's monster series, Ed Gein, and he transformed his voice and his way he carried his body, because he was in real life, he's taller than the dude. So he actually, the whole show was hunched over.
He was fantastic. And the show was done very well.
Very well.
Scared the hell out of you.
It did. And it disgusted you. And it made you sad, because that man was, for all the ugliness that he did do, he himself was a tortured soul. He had mental illness. He had been abused by his mother emotionally, and God knows what else too. But Charlie Hunnam did a phenomenal job playing this.
And they never even mentioned the movie that he was in.
Only when his category came up. But what makes me so sick and disgusted is, leading up to all this, when the show first came out, he got so much praise and accolades and write-up. It was everywhere. It was on social media. It was in digital print about what a great job he had done. And he wound up losing the Critics' Choice Award. He wound up losing the Golden Globe. And to be fair, we've not seen any of the other performances of the actors that were his competition. But it makes no sense to me. That how could this man get so much?
Because in my life, I've seen this so many times. He wasn't one of the group.
He wasn't a cool kid?
Yeah. And that's why he wasn't known. Because he wasn't running around with all of the big names. So he was pushed in the back.
They put Baby in the corner?
Yes.
Nobody puts Baby in the corner.
Well, they could put him there, but he's not going to stay.
No, he is not.
And I'm sure he's going to be doing some other great movies and things.
I know he's going to be on Monster again, because the next one they're doing is Lizzie Borden's life, which I'm excited about seeing that one as well. And he's going to play her father.
Yeah.
And I know he's got some other projects coming up, and he's got one more chance to win something. And when I was talking to one of the people who is on his team, and I said, it disgusts me that he lost, like he was robbed. And she said, but the takeaway is that he was nominated, and he will forever be known as Golden Globe nominated
Yeah.
actor. But it still sucks to lose. No one wants to be a loser.
No.
No. So Hollywood, if you don't want me to come out there and throw punch all of you individually, let my boy win.
That's right.
Otherwise, Mom will come over and faint on y'all.
That should liven them up.
Yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3, faint. Oh, and there's another actor who I'm still waiting for my graph. I can do my graph so that I can get my other graph and I can be a happy person, please. I hate checking my email, and I check my email every damn day.
You're not going to mention his name, right?
I don't think I should I?
No.
He might get scared. And then he might, take even longer. But I'll bring it up this weekend.
I thought we got past this when you passed your teenage years.
I thought so too, but apparently you with your obsessions has rekindled.
In my teenage years, I was too busy with other stuff.
So now I'm stuck with you now as a teenager?
Yes.
Oh, God, help me. Take me now. Oh, my God. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say.
I don't have anything else to say tonight.
People, please follow us because we're up to 4 followers, and I got all excited, and then I saw who the followers were, and it's all people we know.
But one of the nurses or doctors yesterday said he was going to tell his wife to watch us today.
She can't watch us. This is a podcast.
Listen to us. I told him, tell her to record it.
Oh my God. They can't record it. It's a podcast. They could download it and save it.
That whatever he has to do. I'm not up with this newfangled stuff.
No, but you could text and
well, I didn't know it. I was texting. When he told me to text, I said, I don't know how to text.
Oh, and tomorrow is Tattoo Day.
Oh,
it should have been Tattoo Tuesday. Now it's going to be Tattoo Wednesday. Well, today I wanted it to be Tattoo Tuesday. But
I had to get the hole in my ear opened again.
So, yep, I'm getting my mommy tattoo. But I love my tattoo artist, and shout out to Nimbus Tattoo in Texas. We love them. We love the girls there. We love the energy there. And what I love, too, about Nimbus Tattoo is that they really care about their clientele. And they will tell you if, hey, this could be done, or this is going to look shitty and I'll do it for you anyway, or charge you a fortune to reopen your little ear holes. But they do not. She has not once charged you to reopen your ear hole.
No.
And that's Adris. She's the owner. So shout out to me for remembering how to say her name. But my tattoo artist, Stephanie, which we did a live feed from the Tattoo Expo, I had showed her the 2 tattoos, mommy tattoos that I wanted. One was the heart with our thumbprints, and one was the elephants. And I was like, we'll do the heart with the thumbprints tomorrow. And she was all for it, but she said, I have to let you know that with line work that fine, that with time, as it spreads, it could just look mushed together and look like a blob. And I was like, I do not want a blobby tattoo. I don't want to have a tattoo that people are like, is that a splotch? Do you have ink stuck on your arm? I said, okay. I said, well, we will get back to you on that one, but he's still there.
Just checking them.
He's still there. But I am getting my elephant and baby tattoo, my elephant mama and her baby tattoo tomorrow.
The two elephants.
Yeah, the elephant mommy and her baby tattoo. It's a elephant mommy and her baby.
And it's the other elephant.
There's two elephants.
And the baby.
No, there's one elephant and the baby.
I thought it was two.
Oh.
Because when we studied elephants.
It's one elephant and a baby.
Okay, if you say so, I'll look at it tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Because I said it would be me, you, and Ida.
And I kept wondering why you kept saying it's me, you, and Ida. And I'm like, it's a mama and a baby.
But I know that the mother elephant, after she has the baby, she bonds with another another elephant, and she's called the auntie.
Uh-huh.
And this isn't studying about elephants.
I know. I studied about elephants. I did a whole display at the Stony Brook Science Museum.
That's right. And Ida and I loved elephants. And we both raised you with Frank.
Yes. And this is why I am exactly the way I am.
Spoiled.
Neurotic. Psychotic. And a little dramatic. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit.
So all right. So we're running out of time, but why not just throw some random shit out there? So aside from you passing out and not seeing did you see any red flames?
No.
Oh, okay, well that's good. That's good.
Well, we went and see that movie Eternity.
Yes, I know. We discussed Eternity.
And the more I think about it, the more I like it.
Uh-huh.
But it's not my idea of what eternity is.
Yeah. You know what movie is on Netflix? And I want us to watch it, and we'll review that one, because I had wanted to see it in the theaters, and you had said okay. And then
What was it?
The Life of Chuck. It's a Stephen King movie. Tom Hiddleston is in it, and that's why I wanted to see it, because I want to see him outside of his famous character Loki, which we've seen. He's another actor who can do anything, because he was in The Night Agent, and we loved him in The Night Agent.
Oh yeah.
He was in a horror movie which you watched. I don't know if you would remember it. It's an English one. Charlie Hunnam was in that one too. Crimson Peak. Where the girl, it's like a Victorian movie, and she goes to this house and she likes the guy, and the guy's living with his sister, and like weird things are happening, and that's right, Charlie Hunnam was in it.
We'll have to rent it again.
We don't have to rent it, it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we will. That'll be our next movie critique, is The Life of Chuck, because there's nothing in the theaters right now that we want to see, and we wanted to see it. We like Stephen King, not all the Stephen Kings, but we like Stephen King, some of his stuff.
I don't. I remember, isn't he? Those were the two books I got from Lewis and his friend. What was his friend? Lyle, the crocodile. My nephew in California, and he had a friend when they were very young, and they kept telling me, Aunt Lucretia, you have to read these two books. And it was Stephen King, and who was the other one?
Dean Koontz.
Who?
Dean Koontz.
Dean Koontz. And then mailed the books back to us, but tell us what you think about them. And I said, oh my God, I read them because I promised I would, but that's not my forte. I still get nightmares when I see that kid in the one when they buried somebody and they came back.
Oh, Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary. Oh, that movie still haunts me.
Yeah, I won't lie. That movie, there's movies that you see and a scene sticks with you. And even now, and I know it's us in the house, right? Like, nobody else is living here. It's just you and me. But if I get up in the middle of the night and I put my feet down on the floor so I could go to the bathroom, in that movie, when the little boy is not a little boy anymore and he's hiding under the bed and he slashes Fred Gwynn's Achilles tendons, that still sticks with me, and I'm like, ugh. But
Well, thanks for reminding me.
no problem. I'll put Sons of Anarchy on, or The Walking Dead, or The King and I, and you'll be fine.
The King and I'd like to.
Yes, we're gonna go watch The King and I.
Because I got to get the words to one of the songs in there.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what? We didn't even have to really prattle on to fill up time because we're just about at an hour almost.
Okay. Everybody have a good night's sleep.
And remember to be kind to one another. Be sweet. As I say to our one dog, be sweet. Kindness. It costs you nothing to be kind to a stranger, to somebody you like, to people. We're all people, regardless of race, color, religion, wherever we're from. We all bleed the same color. And being nice and kind is the best thing that you could do in the world, especially now. So be kind, or I'll come throat punch you. The end.
And she will.
The end.
The end.
As Pepper Potts, the perfect Princess Pepper Potts. Hi, people. I haven't podcasted in a while, but no, Mommy, don't try to rip the microphone.
Bye.